Hey, everybody, welcome back. Today, I want to discuss something that a lot of Black women may find relatable, and some won't. Like, if you're a Black woman who thankfully grew up in a very supportive, healthy, normal household, this may not be for you, and that's fine because it just is what it is. But I want to speak to Black women who uh a lot of accomplishments you had in your life, you had to get them on your own. Like, I feel like sometimes people unintentionally withhold these like milestones and experiences from Black women, and we work really, really hard to give ourselves these things, whether it's your first time traveling out of the country, it's your first big girl purchase, whatever that might be, a new car, a new house, something like that. We work really hard to get these things for ourselves. And what comes with that sometimes is we want to bring people along with us who didn't even want us to have these things. And I know we don't see it like that sometimes. We see it like we think that they couldn't give them to us, but a lot of times they didn't even try to give them to us. A lot of these things were completely accessible for them to help us get, but they didn't want to see us succeed. And I know that is a very painful thing to think about, but that's true. A lot of your family and parents and people around you, they could have helped you achieve things, but they just didn't want to. So I do want to speak about the grief of being the first one, possibly, or even just achieving things on your own, and the jealousy that it attracts and what you may be feeling, which, in my opinion, is survivor's remorse. And if you are not familiar with survivor's remorse, it is more commonly called survivor's guilt. And it is an intense guilt, grief, or self doubt felt by someone who lived through a traumatic event, while others may have suffered. Like, it can be more extreme, but just you were able to, escape the suffering. Um, and a lot of the times, we feel bad about leaving people behind, but those people, they didn't even try to help you get to where you were going. And sometimes they tried to hold you back. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering why I have this screen share up here, but I love this YouTube channel. Her name is But She's Your Mother. She speaks about like toxic mothers, and that's basically what her channel is about. And this section of her video, she is speaking about uh experiences that her mother refused to give her, but she intentionally gave those experiences to her children. And she's going to get very emotional right here. I have watched this clip at least 5 or 6 times because I just resonate with it so much. A lot of the times I have had to give myself experiences, and me just being a good-hearted person, I want to include my family member in it, but a lot of the times they end up sabotaging what I meant for good, and they end up making it bad. So I'm going to play this clip right here.
Is doing the dress shopping and all the things that I wish I had had, that I would have any kind of feeling around that. And that was by design because I didn't want for one second anything to color their joy and to even color my joy of seeing them have all the things I never had. I loved it. That was the sweet part. And then behind the scenes, sometimes I would feel really sad that I didn't have that. I'm 59, it still makes me cry. So,
Wow. This, like, oh my, like, what she's explaining is taking her daughters dress shopping and not trauma dumping on them basically about how she never got that experience, and how in the back of her mind it makes her ooh, it makes her really sad because for a daughter, we this is our first time on earth too, and we see other people having these experiences and we know that they're possible, and we wonder why people, our mother and specifically, just refuse. It's not even sometimes that they can't give it to us, but they just don't want to. They don't want to. They want us to suffer. And and us, I think sometimes we think, oh no, she doesn't want me to suffer. She just wasn't able to do it for me. And so we work really hard to do it, and then they just kind of sabotage the joy that we create. And this is what I want to speak about today. Do not allow people around you to destroy and to sabotage your joy, because in your mind you feel guilty. You feel like, sometimes people just can't do things, but I'm talking about people just not wanting you to get anything better than what they had. And this is why this clip is so special to me, because she's intentionally crafting memories for her children, even though they weren't, this was not done for her. So I really do, I want to tell, my channel is obviously for Black women, but anybody can listen. I always say that anybody can listen and get, whatever they want. But I do want to tell my Black girls, a lot of the times we
it can be really triggering.
we begin to succeed at early ages, like your teachers or your boss, or you specifically your teachers, they may see something in you. And I really want you to know that you cannot take people with you who are not doing the work, not supporting you. You cannot take these people with you. And if you try to take them with you, they will tear your creation down. They will tear everything you built. They will sabotage you. Yeah, I hope all of this made sense. I hope this made sense. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, because you are going to succeed. You are. I know you are. I know that you are going to succeed, but I want to impart on you that your success will fail if you refuse to acknowledge that you have to cut people off. And these people are going to smile in your face. They're going to play the victim. They're going to guilt trip you. They're going to guilt trip you into staying in your hometown, into staying in your home. And they're going to force you to be in relationships that you do not want to be in. And they're going to drag you down and sabotage you. And I'm giving you permission to cut them off. And it's not going to be like a one day thing. I think some people think like when you say cut off, and sometimes it can be, it's a process. You're going to have, it's a process. You might have to write in your diary for your whole childhood or your whole college career. You know, you might be in high school. You're going to have to write in your diary, and you're going to have to remind yourself of what to do when you arrive at the point of success. Because I'm telling you right now, people are going to guilt trip you. When you buy that car, it don't even have to be a new car. When you buy that car, when you buy that property, when you go out of the country, when you get into that school, when you get that job, when you just simply don't want to be around these people who drag you down, they're gonna guilt trip you. They're gonna call you and say, "Oh, you don't call us." They're gonna guilt trip you and say, "Oh, you know, our electricity got cut off. Oh, we're hungry, we're poor, we're starving." You could put it in the kindness of your heart to give to if you have extra money to send them something, but don't make a habit of it, because they will destroy you. These people will sabotage you, and it's on purpose. They will play the victim on purpose to sabotage you. I recommend, if they call you wanting things, send them resources, connect them with resources, but don't give them your energy. Don't give them your time. Don't give them your income, because they want to destroy you. They want to distract you from your goals. They want to distract you from your God-given purpose. Yeah. This is not going to be a 1 or 2 day thing. This is going to be years long. This is going to be a years long process. And you got to buckle up, because they're going to come with it. They're going to hit you with every angle they got. They're going to drag you into situations that will get you stuck. Okay? They're going to want you to be in these long-term situations that will get you stuck. Detach from these people as soon as possible. Get around people who are where you want to be in life. Hang around people who are succeeding and positive and do not complain. You know, get some therapy. Go to therapy or whatever you got to do, a life coach or whatever. But do not let these people drag you down, because as much as they cry and pretend to be weak, these people are wolves in sheep's clothing, and they know exactly what they're doing. Do not feel bad for them. And you have to learn how to say no, and just say no, and deal with all the feelings. Deal with the feelings that come with disappointing people, because you've been trained to people please. You've been trained to self-sabotage. You've been trained to sacrifice and put yourself at the bottom to uplift other people. You have to practice saying no and walking away. Learn how to walk away. Learn how to not answer the phone. Don't answer that text message. You don't have to urgently, or you don't owe anybody an explanation. If they ask you where you've been, say, "Oh, I just been, doing what I got to do." Simple. Don't give any extra details about your plans, because see, when you give extra details about your plans, what you're doing is you're telling people what to destroy. You're telling them to destroy this. Constantly think about destroying this, what she has going on. So I hope you guys understand what I just said. I hope it was understandable. Yeah, check out this channel, But She's Your Mother. I love this channel. I know a lot of the channels that I say I love, I'm not subscribed to, but I have this is not the YouTube channel that I'm mainly on, you guys. So I'm subscribed to these channels on other on other channels that I have. I like to keep this channel neat and clean and not junky and cluttered. So I don't subscribe to everything on this channel. But yeah, subscribe to But She's Your Mother. I love her channel. I love this channel. Oh my God, this lady, she is so just everything. I just love her so much. So I hope you guys got something out of this discussion, and let me know what you think about it. Okay, do you have survivor's guilt? Do people around you make you feel guilty for success, for succeeding, even though they're not putting in the work to succeed themselves, and they want to drag you down? So let's have a discussion.